Once upon a time, in a small village tucked between rolling mountains and sparkling rivers, there lived a woman named Elara. She was gentle, kind, and full of dreams, yet life had begun testing her in ways she could not have imagined. When she married, her husband longed for sons, strong heirs to carry the family name. But life had other plans. Her first child was a daughter, a bright-eyed little girl whose laughter could light a room. Elara held her close, her heart swelling with love, yet when she looked at her husband, she saw only disappointment. "Why a girl? Why not a son?" he whispered, his words cutting deeper than any knife. Elara's spirit wavered, but she refused to break. She smiled through the whispers of villagers, the judging eyes, and the harsh words of relatives who believed her worth depended on the sons she bore. When her second daughter came, joy filled her home, yet her husband's disappointment grew colder. Nights were long and quiet, and she would sit by the flickering fire, her daughters asleep beside her, wondering why the world was so cruel. In the silence of the night, she whispered stories to them, tales of women who had faced scorn, hardship, and betrayal, and who had turned pain into strength. "Your worth," she said softly, brushing back their hair, "cannot be measured by the expectations of others. It is measured by your courage, your kindness, and the love you give to the world." Villagers watched, some curious, some scornful. They did not understand the love that bound Elara to her daughters, the quiet strength she carried in her heart. Her husband grew distant, his visits rare and filled with coldness, until one day he left entirely, abandoning them to a home that seemed too small for her grief. Yet, Elara's determination only grew. From dawn to dusk, she tended her garden, cooked meals, sewed clothes, and did everything she could to create a life full of love and dignity. Her hands grew rough, her body weary, but her spirit remained unbroken. Her daughters, inspired by her courage, grew into remarkable young girls. Lila, the eldest, became thoughtful and wise, always attentive to the needs of others. Sari, the middle child, was bold and fearless, questioning old traditions and seeking adventure. Mara, the youngest, had a gentle heart, full of empathy and compassion. Together, they became a light in the darkness, softening even the coldest hearts in the village. Years passed, and Elara and her daughters faced countless trials, yet each challenge strengthened them. One year, a violent storm swept through the village, destroying homes and crops. Many despaired, but Elara and her daughters worked tirelessly, helping neighbors rebuild their homes, sharing food, and bringing comfort to those in pain. Slowly, the villagers began to see the family in a new light, realizing that daughters could be blessings, strong, resilient, and wise in ways that no one expected. Elara's home became a place of hope. Her daughters learned the power of compassion, courage, and the joy of kindness. They studied by candlelight, explored the forests and rivers around the village, and listened to their mother's stories of women who had changed the world. Elara taught them that true strength is not only in the body but in the heart, in resilience, and in the ability to love even when others are cruel. As the daughters grew, they carried her teachings into every part of their lives. Lila helped organize the village, offering guidance and wisdom. Sari explored new paths, learning and teaching, bringing new ideas wherever she went. Mara healed hearts with her empathy, calming anger and fear. The very daughters who were once scorned had become symbols of hope. Proof that love and courage could overcome even the harshest judgment. Elara watched them with pride, realizing that life had never abandoned her. She had been given a gift too precious for others to understand. Every hardship she endured, every harsh word, every lonely night had shaped her daughters into extraordinary young women. She understood that strength was not in the sons she could not give, but in the love, courage, and wisdom she had nurtured in her children. The villagers began to change. They no longer whispered judgment, but sought guidance from Elara and her daughters. Their family became a beacon of hope, showing that the value of a person lies in their actions, their heart, and the love they bring to the world. Years flowed like a gentle river, carrying both challenges and blessings. Elara's daughters blossomed fully. Lila became a teacher, spreading wisdom to children across the village. Sari traveled to nearby towns, learning and teaching, bringing change wherever she went. Mara, the youngest, healed and comforted those in need, her empathy touching hearts hardened by hardship. Together, they were unstoppable, each unique yet united by the unbreakable bond of their mother's love. Elara, now older, watched the sunset over the mountains, the sky painted in golds and reds. Her heart was full, not of wealth, but of love, pride, and gratitude. She whispered softly to the stars, "Though I was scorned, though I was abandoned, I am rich beyond measure. I have given life to courage, strength, and love no one can take away." Her daughters gathered around, holding her hands, feeling the warmth of a mother whose heart had carried them through every storm. The village had learned a powerful lesson. A woman's worth is never determined by the gender of her children, but by the love she pours into them and the strength she shows in hardship. Elara and her daughters lived with hearts unbroken, teaching future generations that resilience, love, and kindness are the greatest legacies one can leave. Whenever a child is born, people remember Elara, who showed that even in the face of scorn and abandonment, hope and love can bloom brighter than the fiercest storm, lighting the way for all who follow. Call to action questions. If Elara's story inspired you, like this video and subscribe for more heart-touching stories. Share this story with someone who needs hope or courage today. Reflect and comment. 1. If you were Elara, how would you have found strength in hardship? 2. Which daughter inspires you most? Lila's wisdom, Sari's courage, or Mara's empathy? 3. How can you turn challenges in your life into opportunities as Elara and her daughters did?